Good afternoon, everybody. Working on the wiring harness here. Now, I know I said previously I was gonna suck it up, spend the $1,000 and just buy the required wiring, but you know, I'm always monitoring the local pull aparts, pick and pull, trying to figure out if anything I need comes through there. And a 2002 RSX showed up. And when it did, I went and got this harness off of it, because the harness that I needed to come off of 02 to 04 RSX to make things easy. So I went and got this one. It's pretty beat, but I think I can swap out the ends and get it back to health. I have already pinned it out, tested everything. All the lines on it, all the wires on it are good. And before you even put it in the comments, sure, you can go get one for 60, 70 bucks on Amazon. But you would have to pin it as well to make sure everything was right, because it's probably not going to be. And then on top of that, you've got this crappy wiring harness that was 60 bucks, you know. I don't think they should be 500, but I also don't think they should be 60 bucks. So I decided to go with the factory original, because I know if it's lasted 20 years already, it'll be good for many more in the future. So I just have to swap a couple pins. As you can see, the inside already came out of that one when I was testing them. A couple of them are missing the clips on them. I might replace those. And then I have to move one on one of these plugs from A18, C15 to A18. And then this end down here, they already swapped the sending unit for me, because this came off of a JDM engine. But I do want to tape that up, make that look good. And I have to wire in my two VTEC wires. One's for the pressure switch and one is for the solenoid. And I'll show you how I know all that in a minute. I've got all this on paper. I'll bring it out and point it out to you. But first, I want to get started with doing these. I have a full donor section, as you can see. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just do this one first, since it's already apart, and get one swapped over to it, and then make the decision on whether or not I'm going to do the rest. I mean, it is only the button on them. They do still fit, so I'll probably leave those alone and just replace the ones that are actually damaged and those ends that are missing. So let's throw you on the time lapse and do that now. So kicking it off with some wiring. I know it's not the most interesting thing, however, it's an important part of the process, and it is the update for this week. So getting it all wired up, all you got to do to repin a connector like this is just use some pliers to pull out the piece on the outside there, then reach in with a pick, lift up the little plastic, it's almost like a little tooth in there that holds it in place. You want to lift that little tab up, and then they'll pull right out the back. Go ahead and repeat that process. I ended up changing all the ones that were bad. I think 3 out of the 4 were, you know, either missing a tab or something, and I just went ahead and replaced them all since I had so many. Get all those pinned up, and then we can move on to the next part of the project. Got my wonderful pin-out diagram here, thanks to the interwebs. It's got a lot of very detailed information, tells you what's supposed to be where, how everything works, what it all goes to. Very, very handy. And what I've deduced after a lot of studying is that, let's see here, if I can get it to focus, pretty much A18 on mine is empty, and I need to swap it with C15 from the automatic harness. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's see if we can get C15 out of there. These connectors are a little bit different in that they unlock from that little tab right there, but once you do, they just lift up on the inside like the other ones. Now that we got it removed, we have to deposit it in the A18 slot, which is the middle slot 3 from the right, if you're looking in the back. It's kind of hard to point out, but it's this slot right there. So we're just going to do a little bit of querying. We need to make sure that the right wire, the one that I've got next to it now, is the right one. So let's make sure it is a green red next to number 18. And it is number 19 to the right, should be a green red, then a yellow blue. We've got a green red. we've got a yellow blue right there. So green, red, yellow, blue. Ours needs to go right there in C18, right next to the red green. Okay, we're all the way up, just like so, as you can see. This pin was a little bit hard to get in just because it was so full, but all you have to do is make a little space with your pick and you can get in there just fine. Here I have the last thing that I need to repin, which is my crank sensor. They are different from a K24 to a K20 due to having two different manufacturers. The sensors will work, they just have to be wired correctly. As you can see, this one here is wired just a little bit different. These are the same colored wires in different orders. So essentially on mine, I need it to match this donor harness because this is off a K24. So everything just needs to go one pin to the right. One needs to go to two, two needs to go to three, three needs to go to one. So we're gonna do that right now. I know in this clip I reused the blue connector. However, when I went to put this harness on the engine, I realized I had to swap it to the gray, so I did that then. So you do want to use the new K24 connector for this plug. So that's good to go now. This connector matches this connector, so it'll be able to talk to our ECU. And let's move on over to the VTEC plugs. It's time to take our two donor plugs. As you can see, same spot in the harness. Plug one, plug two. I want both of you. So we're gonna cut this one here and this one here. Now we got our two good plugs. So I think the reason this harness is missing these plugs is because on a JDM variant, like the engine I pulled this off of, they don't have a VTEC pressure switch. And I think they were trying to figure out what was going on with that. So I just pulled the ones off my new K24A2, the US one, went ahead, heat shrunk them on there, and they'll be just as good. That's all it takes. Just get it back up and running. Got both of our VTEC plugs wired in. Let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna let this one ride. I'm just gonna tape it up. So let's do that now. We do have one more modification to make, which is to the charge harness. I have to replace this eyelet here with the one that will fit in the Toyota fuse box, because this needs to run from the alternator straight up to the fuse box. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off and do that now. Probably could have shaved down the ones that were already on there and made them work. However, I found these at the parts store when I was getting the butt connectors and they worked just fine. Check that out. On there really good. Not going anywhere. Just to be sure, I like to put a little added insulation. Ready to rock and roll. Now I can bolt this into the factory Toyota fuse box. I think that's about it. Got my harness all fixed up, good to go. I know this probably wasn't the most interesting video. All I was doing is swapping ends and showing you how to depin something, how to repin something. So clearly not the most interesting thing in the world. However, something that had to happen. And I did promise I'd give you an update every week. So here you go for this week. Next week we'll get this engine together and we'll be hopefully up ripping and running in no time at all. I do still need a 2002 to 2004 Acura RSX base model transmission, not the 6-speed. Somebody's got one and they want a fair price for it. I need it and the half shaft that goes with it. And I will certainly be willing to talk business with you. Just hit me up in my email, please. Otherwise, I think that's about it. This is how to revive a semi-chopped 20-year-old sort of dead harness and make it into a nice, I wouldn't use the word nice, make it into a functional harness once again with all new connectors and ends, how to pin and repin, all valuable stuff. Alrighty folks, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all for watching. We will see you again real soon.